Wait, hold up now, you can't show that, can you? Actually, we've been through this before. Yes, you can. Heyo guys, Chain Soldier is back with Season 2 and still making you scream.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
And the committee handling the series has heard your feedback about some of the scenes being way too flat, and no, we're not talking about that kind of flat. And they have made a huge studio change to improve the animation going forward, and they probably chose the best studio for the job, Studio Passione. Or is it Studio Passion? Well, they are infamous for pushing the ecchi genre to the extremes or just plainly pushing it past the borders like in Nukitashi. I mean, can you even classify this as anime when you can only watch it on adult sites? I mean, you can't even see anything on the screen right now because it has to be blurred for YouTube. And if you guys don't know about this, unfortunately I have to tell you now because I brought it up, but it's about an island where everyone is just going at it with each other. They're giving each other the business throughout the whole episode. Why? I don't know. I'm not about to watch this for free, alright guys? I don't see any reason to watch this. But as you can see guys, Studio Passione is ready. They are experienced and they can tackle Chain Soldier. So obviously it's going to be really impossible to show you guys the strong appeal of Chain Soldier, but here's the skinny. I guess this can also work as a quick synopsis of what Chain Soldier's about in case you guys have never watched the series. Our protagonist Yuki is granted a power by his master Kyoka, an anti-demon chief, who has the ability to enslave Shukis, the threat of the Mato, a strange mysterious dimension that is bleeding into the human world. The Mato also harvests these fruits known as the peaches that only grant powers to women and other lucrative resources, and because of this, women are the elite of the world. With these new granted powers, he assists the Mato Defense Special Force protecting humans from these demons, and for helping, Yuki gets, well, some very intimate rewards. And going forward, we are just going to call them that, rewards, and they are saucy. And in case you guys want a more in-depth recap of the series, make sure to check out this video. And while season 1 was good, but at points inconsistent and underwhelming, and while the rewards were uncensored, we still get these filters covering the action, which really disappointed fans looking forward to these rewards. Which is why I always recommend the manga. It's insane, go check it out. But aside the degeneracy, the action scenes were plagued by some really awkward 3D CGI animation, and I've said it before, also the very lazy monster designs. They really went low effort with the Shuki designs, but they really maxed out their efforts on all the badass women in the show. So the show was way better when the girls were the main focal point, and I'm not trying to be a pervert, right? It was just way more exciting to see some friendly matches of two peach users versus each other instead of these big 3D CGI abominations fighting, alright? I know I'm falling on deaf ears, who am I kidding? I am reviewing this series, you guys have already probably painted me as a gooner. Well anyway, with season 2 already airing, we have Studio Passione behind the wheel who has seemed to have upped the quality of the show in the first 3 episodes. But we still have some lingering issues that we might just have to accept won't ever reach higher qualities. But as you can see by these side-by-sides, you can see that the girls look so much more vibrant and consistent, everything looks nice and sharp here. Action looks to be on par with season 1, probably a little bit more consistent with the show's natural look of the animation, I'd say, but we still run into issues of the action sequences not looking the best they can. In these first 3 episodes, we get to see two chiefs duking it out, and for the most part, it looks good. It looks a little slow, and but this scene looks particularly bad right here, but I could say that the showrunners are seeing this as mainly a gooner show, and I can't blame them for putting all those resources into the reward scenes, because if we look over at Twitter, people are loving the rewards, and while the fights, and to be fair, there haven't been too many fights in the first 3 episodes, seem to be an afterthought to a lot of fans. Which sucks because I've said famously before, you came for the goon and stayed for the fun battle shonen. It's nothing groundbreaking, but when you have a show this ecchi and you have some modest, respectable battle action and a decent plot, and no, I mean plot, it makes for a fun watch. If you're into this, of course, but the question is season 2 actually better? And well, how about a second question? How do you make a show built on these very steamy rewards better? You add more women.
These are my ladies. This is Jill. This is my lady Amy. Little Susie. Brianna. You know why we call her Brianna, right? No. Shaniqua. Helga. This spot is for my special lady, Leah. I'm gonna say that one more time. Leah. Oh yeah.
We already had a good batch of the anti-demon corpse members shown off to us in the first season, but here we get to meet all of the chiefs. So we have even more best girls to fight over, or maybe not, since we also get introduced to the pinnacle of life, Ren Yamashiro, who is the supreme commander who lives up to all of the hype. In beauty and power, she has got it all, and I have really enjoyed her portrayal so far in the anime, and it will only get better as it goes because she will have her go at Yuki's slave form, and then the reward after is going to be peak. But if you guys were to ask me who my favorites are, in season 1 I'm really basic. I'm big on Kyoka, but Tenka is top 1 baby. But here in season 2 there are so many great choices, but I'll stick to just 2 like in the previous season, and I'm going to say that it's Mira and Yakumo. I love their energy and their designs, but Yakumo might be a little too much, but still I really dig her, man. And it's not to say that I don't like the rest. Everyone is great in their own way, but I will give a controversial take that I am not a fan of Fubuki. I don't know, guys, she just doesn't do it for me. It's crazy to say that it gives off too much, hentai vibes, and I'm really not into that. But moving along, like I've already said, there is way better consistency here in the first 3 episodes, and that already is such a big improvement from season 1, so a yes feels premature but also valid. But I don't want to say yes just yet because I really want to wait for the rest of the season, because I really hope that they can pull it off once we get to see more of the gods and the fights play out. And guys, big spoilers ahead, but the fight with Kuusetsu is going to be big with multiple chiefs involved, and I can say that I'm really hyped for that. This will literally make or break the anime for me. Like I said, I like fights with my smut, okay, but there is still gonna be smut in here, and it's going to be crazy. So yes, there is a huge fight to come along by the end of the season, and well, seeing some of the fights has me worried, so I'll say so far it is better, but I'm still a little worried. But if we're talking about fan service, well, so far it's doing that right all the way. Once again, it's uncensored and there's no filters to cover any of the action so far, and then we got some of the anime extras here. Studio Passione is definitely thriving in this department, and maybe they're thriving a little too much because whoa, what is going on here? I totally forgot about this in the manga. I'm surely testing the limits on YouTube of what I can show you, but why is Yakumo digging so heavy on poor Belle? Look, she is in there. There's been way more fan service and rewards in these first 3 episodes, but even then, Yuki is getting way more action than us in his sleep. Oh god, I need Tenka. But we still have 3D rendering, and so far some of the animation isn't as bad as One Punch Man, but some of this really needs some work. Like I said, this part is severely lacking, and then the flying scene has no wing flaps at all, unless it's supposed to look like that, like no flaps, and he's literally like a plane. He looks like an idle flying Pokemon animation. I don't like it. I don't like this at all. But then we get the Yakumo reward scene, and then all is right with the world, I guess. Maybe I'm wrong about the consistency being consistent, but hey, some of it looks good, but this just doesn't look good to me. But I'll give this season the benefit of the doubt since the fans seem to be really liking the shift of the studio. I'm just really hoping that they're saving all of the juicy animation, and no, not that kind of juicy animation, all the good animation on Kuusetsu, which will also have a very juicy reward. But what do you guys think? Is season 2 actually better than the first season of Chain Soldier, or is it just prettier with the same problems? Do you guys want to see a follow-up at the end of the season for a full-on review? Let me know down in the comments below, and as always, if you guys made it to the end of the video, don't forget to hit the like and hype button. That would help me out so much. And while you're down there, why not hit the subscribe button and make me Kyoka's next slave, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, I appreciate you. If any of you guys know anyone built like Tenka, let me know.